Ciao a tutti! Welcome to my channel. Welcome and welcome back, should I say. Anybody that's new here, my name is Rebea Bailey, and I make videos, I make content about Italy, living in Italy, expat life, my journey. I'm from the UK and I've been living in Italy for 4 years now. Please consider liking and subscribing, please. In this video, I want to talk about how much it costs to rent an apartment in Italy. I'm not only going to talk about Torino, I'm going to throw some numbers out there and I hope it helps you in the future to make decisions on which city is best for you or if you can afford to live in Italy. First of all, I want to say it literally depends. The cost depends on your budget, and also it depends on how big the apartment is, how small the apartment, what you would like in the apartment, and of course the location of your apartment is going to determine the cost, the price of it. Right, without further ado, let's get into this video. Milan and Rome, expect to pay money, expect to pay a lot of money. It's like London, expect to pay over the odds, especially if you are an expat or you're somebody new, maybe if you're a student, they might see you coming and charge you more. So Rome, as I said, and Rome and Milan are very expensive. So to rent, let's look at 50 square meters. That's an example we're going to be using. In Rome, you would pay, I'm just going to give you an estimate, a rough estimate, anything between 750 euros and 1,000 euros. Of course, you can definitely pay more. Florence, you can pay something like 700 to 900. Palermo, 650 to 800. And these apartments that I'm quoting are apartments that are not too far from the center, I would say. So they're not like an hour away, maybe a good 20 minutes or something like that, not too far. Milan, 850 to like 1,100. Torino, you can get a property from like 350 to 600 euros. Naples, 600 to 800. Bologna, I would say 650 to 800. Again, if you're very lucky, in Torino, you could probably pick up something for 350. I've heard it done before. Of course, as I said before, the further you move out, the more you get for your money. Where I live, in my apartment, it is 85 to 90 meters squared. And if we were to pay rent on this apartment, and it's got obviously 2 balconies, 2 bedrooms, it's spacious. If we were to pay rent on this apartment, we would pay maybe about anything from 500 to 600 euros. But you get a lot of property for the money. So it's something to think about if you want to live in the center or if you want to live a little bit further out. And it depends what you like. Some people like green. I love green. And I like to be able to travel into the center when I want to, when I'm ready, and have that when I want to. But for the most part, I like a little bit of quiet. Also, take into consideration that the costs that I mentioned also depend on the condition. A lot of the times when you rent in Italy, this states furnished, unfurnished. And sometimes when it's unfurnished, guess what that means? No kitchen. No kitchen. So you have to put a kitchen in yourself. I think that's for another video. So if you pay money at the lower end, or maybe not even the lower end, even in the middle, you can have kind of like an old, not necessarily modern type of building. And that might be okay. That might be something that you're interested in, but you need to just think about bills that. Are generally separate costs to your rent. Just like in a lot of places in the UK, you have your rent money and you have your bills separate: gas, water, electricity. If something is different, I'm sure your landlord will tell you, or it's definitely worth asking to clarify is this with bills or is this without bills? What was quite interesting, when I first moved to Torino, I rented a room for this literally the same price I could possibly rent an apartment for. I was paying something like 350 euros per month. Yeah. Remember that whichever apartment that you do go for, to get a contract, and if you're interested in any information about contract, I've done a video about it already and I will link it in this video. If I don't link it here, I'll link it somewhere along the video. Contract. Another thing you need to bear in mind is a deposit. If you use an agency, you will need to pay a deposit, anything from 3 to 4 months worth of deposit. This includes the deposit for the house, the agency fee, and the first month's rent. That's what it usually includes. Just have some money ready to one side. Have a bulk of money, say for example 5,000 euros or 3,000 euros to one side for maintenance of the property, not to fix anything that needs doing in the property, or also to put a new kitchen in the property if you come across a property that's unfurnished. You can pick up kitchens for a reasonable price, so it's not too scary. Well, I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you have any queries or questions, go ahead and ask down below. And I hope you found some value in the video. Please remember to like and subscribe. It helps me a hell of a lot. And I have noticed that a lot of you guys watch my videos. I can see in my analytics, a lot of you watch my videos but don't subscribe. Why? Perché? And of course, this video is going to have Italian subtitles. Well, thank you very much for watching. Ciao.